This is W2FJH bringing up the STNY digital voice net on Brandmaster Talk Group 31367, Wires X Room 83721, and live stream to Google Meet, YouTube, and Discord. The primary purpose of the STNY digital voice net is to foster an active digital voice community in the southern tier of New York and provide a forum for those that are interested or have questions regarding various digital voice topics. While this net is primarily for the southern tier, all stations are more than welcome to check in. This net meets weekly on Sundays at 7 p.m. For more information about this net, please visit stnydmr.net. This net will prioritize short time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power stations. We currently do have three other stations besides myself checked in this evening, so the net would like to recognize K3BYC Carlton, N2NRA Cliff, and N2QFD Mail. Alright, when checking in, please give your call sign, your name, and your location. So let's first take a standby for any stations that are short time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power. Please call now.
Number 4, Uniform Short Time John, East Tucson, Arizona, with a legacy relationship to the Southern Tier. KW4U, does everyone go away?
All right, sorry about the long delay there. Had a malfunctioning radio there. But I did get KW4U, John, checking in and out this evening. Thanks for stopping by there, John. All right, let's open it up. For any and all stations that would like to check into the STNY digital voice this evening, please call now.
N2NCB.
N3DQD Ray, Beaver, Pennsylvania.
Net control, please copy Kilo Charlie 2, India Sierra Zulu. Checking in and out, just wanted to say hi, and 7-3.
KC2ANT, KU to New York.
All right, and I got NE2W Head checking in from NetLogger. We also have N2NCB Paul, N3DQD Ray, KC2IS Zulu James, and KC2ANT Adam. Were there any other stations to check in this evening? Please call now. All right, nothing heard, so we'll kick things off. If there's any announcements for the night this evening, please call now. All right, no announcements. I did have one quick one. I think basically on the net so far, I think Mal is the only one that might be interested in this. But I have been putting together a spreadsheet for my time, I guess the sabbatical. I guess I'm expecting another child come June, so I was putting together a spreadsheet for net control coverage for the next couple weeks and everything while I'll be out. So Mal, I will get that and over to Mick as well. So let you guys know and then be able to sign up for when you guys are available and free to cover net control. And thank you both for doing that. So, all right, moving on for any questions. If there's any questions for the net, please call now. All right, no questions either, so we will move into comments. The net topic this evening was actually from Mel and to QFD. Is do you prefer calendar starting the week? I'm sorry, let me start again. Do you prefer calendar starting the week on Monday or Sunday? I hope I summarized that well, Mel, but I'll hand it over to you if you want to give a little more background into the net topic.
Here is N2 QSD. Well, it was an arbitrary thing, but when the office manager asked, well, you want calendars, they came in two flavors. The block grid starting with the work week on Sunday, the first column being Sunday, or the first column being Monday. Turns out it wasn't that long ago, 1988, I want to say, when that was standardized that the work weeks would be Monday for the first block. But because they existed and we often live in dualities that we don't appreciate, I thought it might be a fun topic for the net tonight. Back to net control.
All right, thanks, Mel. All right, so we'll go on down to the top of my list is KBYC Carlton. How was your week?
This is K3BYC, Carlson from Darlington, Maryland. Good evening, Frank. Thanks for taking the net. Good evening to everyone who's checked in. I've had a good week. We did complete our peak bottom nuclear power plant exercise, which took up Tuesday and Wednesday evenings. We had our UFC rehearsal uh, in the Department of Emergency Services and Operations in the races room. And then the Wednesday, we did our deployment out to a radiation screening center. And we were interviewed by FEMA evaluators on both days. They basically seem to be happy if you show that you can have voice communications and that you can transmit documents. Those are the two main things. So we were doing both FLDigi and WinLink, and so everybody was happy. So I've got the first preliminary copy of the after action report written, and we'll be going through that. The next thing we have coming up Thursday is Baltimore, Washington Division of Skywarn will be giving a basic class for the Harford County EOC and for all area hams. I don't think most of you can get down for that, but I'm sure a lot of you were involved in that. Anyway, everybody have a great week, and I'll turn it back to the control. This is K3BYC.
Hey, thanks, Carlton, and glad your exercises there went very well. So, all right, next on my list is N2NRA. Cliff, how was your week?
Well, good evening to all, and thanks to Frank for taking his net control and all. And fine business there, Carlton, on your drill and exercise there. The week was busy mowing the lawn in between with the weather. Of course, the weather coming up is going to be wet again and cooler, cooling down. But Frank, the Tractor Supply up there in Owego is going to be opening soon. The signs are up, and I guess one of the issues they had was water there at the facility. But also, I like to mention we like to feed the birds. We get the black oil sunflower seeds, and they're $27 for a 40-pound bag now. And that topic there, let me take a pause. The net topic, I guess it doesn't affect me so much because I'm retired now. So with that, we'll send it back to net control. This is N200A, back to W2FAJH.
Hey, very good there, Cliff. And yeah, me as well. I finally got the lawn mowed. I must say, I started cutting up the tree in the backyard, and was asking the neighbors if they wanted some free firewood because it was just too much for any bonfires. And my neighbor and his son came over and not only helped cut up the tree and everything, but he actually also mowed the lawn for me today. So it was very nice of them. And yeah, the Tractor Supply. I did hear that they finally got like the permits to like dig a well and everything. And I don't know if it's a rumor or not, but apparently they were planning on being connected to the village water lines. But whoever was making the plans there must have forgot there's a river in between where the village provides water and where the Tractor Supply is. So kind of difficult to run lines through there. So, but yeah, I did hear that they may be opening up in February. I thought that was a ways off, and hopefully they open up sooner. But it looks like they will be. At least things are going underway again. It's not on hold. So, all right, we'll head on down to N2QFD mail. How was your week?
This is N2QSD. Good week here, pretty normal stuff, like everyone else dealing with the rain, and I ended up cutting a lot of wet grass because it was rapidly becoming a jungle, and I'm sure that's bought me an entirety of 36 to 48 hours before I'll have to do it again. Such is the time of the year. Fine business on the note from Carlton. I scribbled it down. I'm always kind of head to head with operators that don't seem to understand the value of being able to move documents, and I appreciate that it's a chore moving into some digital communications, but nice to have that note that this is something FEMA wants to see. And the other thing that came up this week, I operate Linux and use the Mint build of the Linux system. So I believe that's an Ubuntu fork. And they pushed out a kernel over the weekend, a kernel update, which blanked out my system. So I had to go to a restore point. There's too many pieces of hardware out there for them to second guess, whose is going to go funny. Not like it's the first time, but tuck that away if it's of any use. Calendars, I'm not really hung up on either one. There's a lot of apocryphal information on Ford or Edison giving employees calendars that started the work week on Monday. I don't believe any of that's actually true. But as the business world and communication systems got more advanced by the 1980s, somebody decided it needed to be an ISO standard. So that's how it's become kind of a default for most of us. So thought that might be a fun one to think about. We'll turn it back to you, Frank. Here's N2 QFD.
Hey, thanks, there, Mel. And yeah, you couldn't be more right about the grass growing. It seems like it's growing very quickly this season. So, and yeah, you gotta love a good kernel panic, right? when they release a new one. So, very good there. But at least you were able to roll it back and keep things moving there. So. All right, we did have KW4U on our list, but he has checked in and out. Thanks for stopping by there, John. So we will head on down to NE2W. Ed, how was your week?
Hey, very good evening, Frank, and everybody on the net this evening. Good week. Weather was not too bad, and oh, I'm just let's see, calendars. I'm trying to find a calendar here. Uh, Sorry, I was on the phone. Uh, let's see. Yeah, it was a great week. I'm looking back on Tuesday. My first grandson was born, and everybody's doing well. Baby and mom are doing just fine. Uh, let's see the calendar. I'm used to Sunday being first, although biblically it says Sunday's supposed to be the last day. But I grew up and always had Sunday first through Saturday, oriented that way. Like most of the U.S., I guess the rest of the world, Monday's first. In Europe and the European calendars that I've seen start on Monday, but ours in the U.S. start on Sunday. So back to you, Frank. Hope everybody has a good week. This is NE2W.
Hey, very good there, Ed, and congratulations on the first grandson. Big big event there. All right, we'll move on down to N2NCB. Paul, how was your week?
Hello again, Frank and all into NCB here. Week not bad. Just a kind of a normal retirement type week. Managed to get the lawn somewhat mowed yesterday, and as I was saying earlier, we had to be out and about uh, today. And the amusing part of the whole thing was our next door neighbor, somewhere between 9 and 10 o'clock anyway, was mowing his lawn. But he was all bundled up, hat on, gloves on, winter coat. And as we were out and about, there were other people mowing the lawn and all bundled up as well. And there's just something wrong about that being in May having to do that. But anyway, they got it done. And I guess that's it for the calendar. Way too used. After 78 trips around the sun, uh, too used to having Sunday as the first part of the calendar. Back to you, Frank. Take care, all. Into NCB.
Hey, very good there, Paul. And yeah, it's it's only the southern tier where you're gonna have to wear a coat and go mow your lawn at the same time, right? So very good there. All right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Voice Net. Before I get to the next station, let me put a quick standby to see if there's any additional stations that would like to join this evening. Please call now.
KE2FJO.
All right, and we had W2TXB Jerry coming in from NetLogger and KE2FJO Seth joining us. So, all right, next on my list is NCDQD. Ray, how was your week?
Yeah, it's W2FJH and then that M3DQD. Well, we had a good week here. This upcoming week, though, is going to be extremely busy. We have quite a few events that we're involved with in the upcoming week, but nothing out of the ordinary last week. And as far as the topic is concerned, I was with Ed thinking that, Sunday, uh, being the last day of the week in a biblical sense, and although when I was young, I went to school on Sunday evenings and came home on Friday afternoons. So I still thought of Sunday as the first day of the week at that time. But when I was working, of course, Monday was the day that I thought began the week because Sunday ended the weekend. Uh, and I was interested in what Carlton had to say about their um, nuclear activity drill. Ours is coming up here. Well, we have a dry run on the 19th of this month, and then our actual drill is going to be on June the 9th. And of course, we do get evaluated by the people from FEMA and FEMA, and we are responsible for 11 localized EOCs in our county, along with having people at the uh, 911 center. So it ought to be pretty interesting. I've done these drills in the past, though, and they last usually about 4 hours or so. So I'm kind of looking forward to doing it again. Anna's going to come this time and be involved with us, and she's looking forward to it as well. I had one more subject too. I guess I'm kind of chatty today. A few months ago, there was some discussion on here about the POC radios, and I'm really not interested in the POC radios, but I heard some people talking today about them, and they said that you absolutely have to use the supplied charging block. And some of these folks did not do that, and they messed up their the firmware in the device. So just throw that out for what it's worth. This is M3DQD.
Hey, you're good there, Ray. And yeah, best. I know it's a ways off, but hopefully you do well with your schedule as well. And yeah, that doesn't sound too good to me. So I know a lot of radios now have been starting to include like Type C connectors and everything, so that you can charge even if you don't have the cradle itself, you can still charge kind of on the go and not have to be traveling and stuff like that. You can basically a micro USB or a Type C is usually always in your travel bag somewhere. You always got to charge your cell phone or something else. Uh, so, yeah, having a standard block that you can change, is very specific. I think most of the markets kind of go in the opposite direction. So, all right, we good there. All right, we just have KC2IS Zulu, James checking in and out this evening as well. So thanks for stopping by there, James. So we'll move on down to KC2ANT. Adam, how was your week? Nothing heard on my end. We'll give another go for KC2ANT. Adam, how was your week?
I was in and out. I'm listening in the background, doing some stuff for the family. So I was in and out only. KC2ANT.
Okay, sorry about that, Adam. I must have caught it as we were checking in. That's thanks for stopping by. We will move on down to W2TXD. Gary, how was your week?
Not bad. W2TXB had a pretty good week of it. Kind of busy around here doing stuff. And a little busy today, but not too bad. Did some mowing a couple days ago. Oh, fixed up the mower a little bit. Had to sharpen the blade on the push mower.
It's an electric Makita, 18 volt, whatever. Nice mower for trimming. I wouldn't do the whole lawn with it, that's for sure, but get all the trimming and stuff, and then take the big mower and hit it hard the way it should be. It's looking good. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow afternoon I'll put down some grass seed in some sparse areas. I'll let the rain just kind of do its thing on it for the next several days or a week and see how it plays for me. So nothing else going on. Nothing new as far as radio stuff except the new Flex software came out this past week. It works. It's okay. No big deal either way. So anyway, back to you, W2TXB.
Hey, very good there, Jerry. Yeah, it seems to be a common trend on the net this evening that everybody at least got out and mowed the lawn this week. So, very good there. All right, we'll move on down to KE2SJO. Seth, how was your week?
KE2FJO. Yep. My week was a pretty normal week, taken up mostly by work. But I have a mower of a different sort, actually. We took the motorcycle down. That's why I was late to the net tonight. So my small engine's more fun to ride than doing actual work. So that's why I was late. But yeah, time to get that going. Otherwise, it was pretty much just a normal work week. As far as calendars, I'm used to the Sunday to Saturday thing. That's pretty much it from here. KE2FJO.
Hey, very good there, Seth. And yeah, I definitely know how that goes as well. Sometimes Sunday afternoon comes around and I'm like, oh, I don't have a net topic for the net this week. And Mal knows. I've messaged him sometimes and said, hey, do you have a net topic? I can't think of anything. So, very good there. And yeah, a little bit bigger motor, but it sounds more fun than going out in the lawnmower to take some motorcycles out. So very good there. All right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Wolfnet. I have reached the end of my list, so let's take a quick standby to see if there's any additional stations out there that would like to check in this evening. Please call now.
KD3AJN.
All right, and we also have KD3AJN Anna. You're next on my list, so how was your week there, Anna?
Hello, Frank, and everyone else on the net tonight. Week was good. This coming week's going to be really busy, so kind of took it easy this weekend and didn't do a whole lot. And as far as your topic, I never really thought about it that much other than, when you went to work on Mondays usually, because I never had a job where I worked on weekends. Other than that, everyone have a good week. KD3HAN.
Hey, very good there, Anna. And yeah, definitely, we all need those, take it easy weekends every now and then. Sometimes the weekends get so packed full of stuff that you feel like you need another break before you head back to work. So, very good there. All right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Voice Net. Once again, I've reached the end of my list, so let's take another standby to see if there's any additional stations out there. Need to check in this evening? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there, so let's open it up. For any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns, please call now.
Here's N2QFD with one additional.
Yeah, N2QFD now. If I raise your comments, sir.
Yeah, thanks again for getting the spreadsheet together, Frank. That should help us keep organized as we do fill-in work for the new arrival. And I was actually just looking across my desk, thinking we're amateur radio operators, and we all exist in a weird double time zone. In one half of an hour, plus or minus a minute or so, it will be Monday in the UTC clock. One of those things that when you do contesting or events or a lot of things get organized that way, and boy does it trip people up. We I'm part of a net where we have to authenticate when we're doing traffic, and the number of operators that will forget, no matter how seasoned, that that they're looking at the Sunday page for authentication, and it might be tomorrow already. So fun stuff, and thanks for entertaining the suggestion. Here's N2QFD back to net.
Hey, anytime there, Mel. And yeah, also I do know going for UTC also our daylight savings here. So sometimes we're -5, sometimes we're -4, and yeah, it gets can get a little confusing. I myself when I go in to look up previous netlogger, it sometimes registers in UTC, and it will pop up on on Monday or something. If I was looking at the end of the net sometimes. So yeah, it gets a little confusing there. So all right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital VoiceNet. Once again, any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns, please call now. All right, here nothing then. We might as well wrap things up here. I'd like to thank Carlton, Cliff, Mel, John, Ed, Paul, Ray, James, Adam, Jerry, Seth, and Anna for joining me this evening. We'll be returning this talk group back to normal amateur radio use. Everybody have a great and safe week there. This is W2FGH, and I'll be listening.